Chapter 13. Chasing Time. Yes, it was chasing time, and it had everything you need for a good chase, including a person running away, a chasing guy chasing after them, a few trees, a river, a bit where the person running away trips over and the chasing guy laughs, but then he's so busy laughing he skids into the river and a newt swims up his nose, some pebbles, some more pebbles, a leaf. Oh, it was chasing time all right, no doubt about it. The person running away, Polly, felt as if she had been running away forever. Her legs were going all shaky and useless. Surely the chasing guy, Mr. Gum, must have given up by now. But no, she could hear him galloping after her in his hobnail boots, always just a few steps behind. So on she ran, and the riverside animals watched and prayed that she would escape from that terrible individual. "Come on, Polly!" The otters seemed to nod with their wise, whiskery faces. "You 9-year-old champion!" The woodpeckers seemed to tap high up in the treetops. "We don't really care what happens," buzzed the wasps. "If anything, we're probably on Mr. Gum's side, to be honest." And that proves it once and for all. Wasps are truly the rudilallies of the insect kingdom. But now, perhaps spurred on by those very wasps, the chasing guy was getting closer to the person running away. Polly could feel horrible hot breath upon her neck, and glancing over her shoulder, Mr. Gum's gibbering face seemed to fill the entire world. His bloodshot eyes were alight with anger. His mouth hung open as dark as the doorway to the windmill itself. His big red beard flicked and flapped as he ran, and perhaps, most upsetting of all, there was a newt hanging out of his left nostril. "Gimme them things," shouted Mr. Gum, and Polly felt sharp fingernails rake against her back, tearing at her dress. Panting with exhaustion, she ducked under an archway of prickly brambles and turned from the river bank to plunge into the woods beyond. Hither and thither she ran, through the dark confusion of the trees. But Mr. Gum was always just a few steps behind. It looked hopeless. And then, up ahead, Polly saw a shadowy figure emerging from a gooseberry bush. "Mister, won't you help me?" she cried wildly. But even as she spoke, a filthy, stale stench wafted her way, and she knew she was done for it was none other than England's most revolting butcher, Billy William III. "Oh, I'll helps, all right," cackled Billy William, grinning so nastily that he should have been sent to prison for that facial expression alone. "I'll helps you get them power crystals to the windmill where they belong." "Power crystals?" Polly had time to think. But all the while she was talking to Billy, Mr. Gum was snurfling up behind her, silent as a carpet. What a master of snurfling that man was. He even had a certificate of snurfling on his kitchen wall. He had stolen it from the University of Snurfling by snurfling up to their window ledge and grabbing it when no one was looking. Slowly, like a pair of horrifying toenails, Mr. Gum and Billy closed in, trapping Polly against the broad trunk of an ancient oak tree. And now it wasn't just Mr. Gum who was snurfling up on her. Billy had joined in too. Snurfle. Billy snurfled up on the left. Snurfle. Mr. Gum snurfled up on the right. Snurfle. Billy snurfled up on the left. Snurfle. Mr. Gum snurfled up on the right. Snood. Billy tried a bit of snooding just for a change. Snurfle. Mr. Gum stuck to the snurfles. And finally, after all that snurfling, and the occasional snood, the villains were ready to pounce. "Give us them stones, little girl," growled Mr. Gum. "Pounce, Billy, pounce, Billy, pounce, pounce, pounce." But just as those villains pounced, a doorway hidden in the trunk of the tree swung open. Quick as an onion, a bony hand reached out, snatching up Polly and pulling her into the tree, and the only thing Billy and Mr. Gum ended up grabbing was each other's. End of chapter 13.